We're just popping this clip. It's from Sky News, using children in order to get the West propaganda out. And I think we should watch this clip, thinking about what Putin actually has said about the use of propaganda in the West. Let's just look at what Sky is doing with these youngsters.
Coming up, people in East Ukraine are ordered to vote on whether they should become part of Russia. But is it what they really want?
What do you think? Is this fake news or fact?
For many Ukrainians around the world, the last few days have been a worrying time. Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, who ordered the invasion of Ukraine 6 months ago, ordered votes to take place in parts of Ukraine that Russian troops are occupying, asking people if they want their town or village to remain in Ukraine or become part of Russia. A vote like this is called a referendum. There were reports that Russian soldiers were going to people's houses and watching them make their choice, so they might not have voted how they wanted to.
That's so scary. Most world leaders are saying that the vote is illegal and that the result shouldn't be trusted.
Zarina and her big sister Vika came to England because their city in Ukraine was bombed.
Именно спасение людей на всех территориях, где этот референдум проводится.
It makes me really angry when I watching videos like that.
Является центром внимания.
All of these events which are taking place here, the majority of them are fake.
David, excuse me, David, I'll throw that one back to you. But to my mind, this is just raw propaganda. And how cynical can you get that you take youngsters who clearly have no concept of the complexities as to what's happening in Ukraine, and you use them in this very cynical way to help brainwash other children into believing what is being put out in this Sky product?
That's a fair summary. I mean, children obviously are going to generate sympathy, so it's an effective propaganda tool. Just doesn't have much to do with the truth. Even the description there seemed to suggest that the voting was taking place in individual homes under the watchful eye of heavily armed Russian soldiers, not in polling stations. Right, and this isn't the case. And we know from Vanessa and others there that there certainly was the appearance of free and fair elections, and a large turnout and a large vote. And it's always the case that these votes, when they're not endorsed by the West, by the deep state, if you like, in the West, are just ignored. I mean, even for example, the Irish referendum on the Lisbon Treaty, well, that was just ignored. You just have to vote again to get it right. Do it again. So these votes, these don't count. Other votes, they become the very definition of rightness, of righteousness, of truth, and cannot be gainsaid. And which it is, well, that depends on your political position. And this shows the hypocrisy that's being played out here. Hypocrisy backed up by propaganda. Yes.
Yeah. Now, I suppose for this next section, David,